Hey everybody, it's Ken with AMN. How's it going? I kind of wanted to make this video. I got involved into a conversation last week with actually a younger person who was diagnosed with AMN, and it was kind of really it wasn't awkward. It was kind of weird, but this person, they didn't realize, unless their doctor didn't tell them or they didn't want to tell them, that there is always the possibility of cerebral disease, which in AMN ALD, that's basically ALD, cerebral ALD at that point, and it's in your brain, and it can be deadly. Again, I lost my brother, I lost another friend to it down this road. It's not pretty, to say the least, but it kind of got me to thinking, and this person kind of essentially freaked out a little bit once I actually told them this. But I mean, something you should definitely know and consider. But when I sit down and think about it, knowing I have this disease that has a possibility of being lethal, it could turn cerebral and my life is over. Like, I look at that and, and this person can look at that and say, hey, there's a potential my life could be cut short. And for one, we're blessed. We kind of had this conversation as well, and considering we could have had the cerebral version and we could have passed away as a child. We're blessed and lucky to live this far in life. And then for you to sit back and then even to think about my life could be cut short if I develop cerebral ALD. Is that any different than anybody else? Sure, we do stand a elevated risk of that happening, but everyone else in this world, tomorrow could be their last day. There's so many different things. You have to look at it in a way of, you can't, again, not even put yourself on a pedestal, but think like that. Just think of that to that level that you're like, wow, I could die if I develop cerebral ALD. Because again, if you don't have AMN ALD, you could die tomorrow and anything could happen, So basically it's just a way of a mindset that I have that, I'm no different than anybody else at the end of the day. And I don't run my life thinking, oh, I could develop cerebral disease. No, I don't. And honestly, I think that's the way to go. If it happens, it happens. But everything happens for a reason in this world. And that goes for everyone out there who's watching this video, regardless whether you have any type of disease or ailment or anything. It happens because it's going to happen. And it's I didn't really go into that with this person, but that's just really what I want to put out there, that, live your life like today is the last. And that goes for everybody. It's I'm not any different than anybody else when it comes to that. So know that. So this is just an abbreviated Ken with AMN, but I wanted to put that out there. Again, it's a lot to process once you realize it, but when you sit down and think about it, you're no different than anybody else. Ken with AMN.